Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to our team huddle for June 10th. I can't believe it's already June 10th. It's amazing how quickly the summer begins to speed by we're in full swing of summer. Guys, we are here. I'm here in Florida with my family, and it's been fun, a little rainy, but we've been having a great time. So I'm so glad that all you guys during summer take the time to jump on our team huddle, because staying connected is so important to building strong businesses, for us to build strong individual businesses, because as we always say in Arbonne, we are better together. And I see we have some new faces on this evening, and I just want to welcome all of our new faces. So Amy's on here. Holly, I'm trying to see who else is on here. Mallory, welcome back. Good to see you again. And Claire, good to see you guys. So glad that you guys are all on this evening. And some of you guys, this is your first team huddle, and some of you guys have been on before, but do know that we do these team huddles weekly, because again, when we stay connected, we help empower each other to build very strong, successful businesses. And so, actually, this is probably my very favorite part of Arbonne, is how we come together and support each other, because not only are we helping each other build amazing businesses, we're helping each other grow stronger personally, because in this business, it's also a lot of personal development. And so I talked about last week that we're going to read, a book together, and every team Zoom, we're going to cover a little bit of the book. So if you're new and you don't have the book yet, it's called Get Over Your Damn Self, and it's by Romy Neustadt. And you can get this on Amazon and have it delivered to your house within a couple of days. But this is probably, well, I shouldn't say probably, is one of the best direct sales network marketing books that I have ever read. And we read it a couple years ago together as a team. And so we're going to go back and reread it as a team, for those of us who have read it before. But for those of you guys who have not read this book, get this book, because this is going to help you understand the world of direct sales and network marketing, and also give you lots of tips and tools to use for you to use to build a very successful Arbonne business. And so again, over the last couple weeks, I've been focusing on closing our months 3 times. So we've actually got our first close coming up here on the 15th. And so when I say close your month 3 times, that whatever goal you set for June, your goal is to be halfway there on the 15th. And so, take a look at your goals tonight after we get off on the Zoom, assess where you are, and then plan out this week so that you can tackle that goal and get halfway there by the 15th. All right. And so then the other thing that we were focusing on was that, we are really, trying to develop, hone our focus, our commitment, and our level of urgency, because we know that when we have a strong focus and a huge commitment, and we use urgency, and that's why we're closing our months 3 times. We're gonna make sure we're halfway to our goal by the 15th, and then by the end of the next week, have reached our goal for the month, and then we have that whole last week to bonus and exceed our goals, and to really cash in on the the incentives that Arbonne puts out there for us. So you guys know, and I'm just want to kind of refresh and repaint the picture for you, that Arbonne is a huge opportunity for us to create a plan B. We all have a plan A. My plan A is my husband. He is the breadwinner in our family, and he is our plan A. I am creating our plan B, which will soon turn into our plan A, when I get to the level of Arbonne, that I can replace his income. So Arbonne is a huge opportunity for us to have a plan B, to have a second stream of income, but it does require us to work. We get a white Mercedes. Arbonne pays for our white Mercedes when we get to the level of regional vice president and national vice president. But it requires work to get there. So I don't want to, paint a picture for anybody that building an Arbonne business, having this type of plan B is something that is easy. It's a very simple business, very simple to do, but it's not always easy. You'll hear in a lot of trainings that if it was easy, they would give us a white bike, but it's not easy. We earn a white Mercedes, but it is a very simple business. And so what do we do in this business? We share the Arbonne opportunity. We ask people to join our teams. We share the amazing Arbonne products. We ask people to try these amazing products that the opportunity and the products can and will change our lives. And so when we're asking people to join our business, what we're actually doing is we're asking them to join us in not only changing their lives, but also helping change other people's lives. And we do this one person at a time. And we do this through healthy products and through the Arbonne opportunity, which joins you with like-minded women and men who all want to live a healthy life. You all know that it's easier to do something extraordinary when you're part of a larger group, when you're part of a larger movement. And that's what Arbonne is. Arbonne is a health and wellness movement. And so many people in our society, in our cities, in our communities want to live a healthy lifestyle. And we have the products and the opportunity to help people live a healthy lifestyle. Most of you guys are young moms who have young children. And it is so important to teach our children at a young age to live a healthy lifestyle. And if you were empowered, if you are a part of an Arbonne team and you were empowered by a group of healthy, forward-focused women and men who want to live healthy lifestyles, who help empower you to live a healthy lifestyle, then you will empower your family, your children to live a healthy lifestyle. And to me, that is the best asset to this business. I mean, the money is great, guys. The money is great. I mean, you could never, discount the money. As I think Rita Davenport said, money is up there with oxygen. You have to have it. So the money is great, but the healthy lifestyle that you get to enjoy living by being a part of this group is extraordinary. And then by being able to raise your children in a healthy environment is then, it's just the icing on the cake. So it's just super amazing to be able to do that. All right. So, we have to have a new level of focus, a new level of commitment, and a new level of urgency to share this opportunity, to share these products with everybody that we meet. So in chapter 1 of Getting Over Your Damn Self, basically, she says, what do we do? What do we do as Arbonne independent consultants? All we have to do is talk to people. What's hard about that is we have to talk to people. Okay. Some of us are introverts. Some of us, live very busy lives where we feel like we don't get out and see people. So sometimes it can be hard to get out and talk to people, but truly every day we are talking to people. And so it is very simple to listen for their need, because Arbonne can address so many people's needs that there is always the opportunity for us to either share the products that's going to help with their need, or share the opportunity which is going to help with their need. And so again, really all we have to do is talk to people and paint that vision for them of what Arbonne can do for them in their lives. So if we break it down like Romy breaks it down, she says there are 3 buckets of people that we share with. And one bucket of one group of people are the people who want to use our products, who want to use healthy products. And so these are the people who will become our preferred clients, and who, with good continued follow-up on our part, will continue to use Arbonne's great healthy products. And then the other group of people is going to be the people who want to join your team. Many people are going to see the vision right away and want to join your team. They're going to see what Arbonne can be in their lives. They're going to see that it can be that plan A that can turn into that plan B. They can see that it can be the healthy avenue for them to take to help change their family's health, you know. So some people see it right away. Some people need to use the products for a while, and then they catch the vision of what this business can be. So that's your second group of people. And then your third group of people are going to be the people who will send you referrals because they love you and they know how passionate you are about healthy living, and they're going to send people your way, you know, so that you can then share the opportunity with them or share the Arbonne products with them. All right. And then the last part of chapter 4 of chapter 1, she talked about 4 reasons, the 4 reasons why people fail in this business. And the first reason is people are not coachable. Okay, and so what does that mean? Coachable means just following our system. We have a very, very simple system for success. And so if you're not seeing success in your business, then you need to take a real close look and say, hey, am I really following the system that's been laid out for me by my sponsor? And so what is our system? Our system is sharing the Arbonne story, sharing our Arbonne story, and sharing these amazing products with 30 to 40 people every month. And so that's 30 to 40 new people every month. And so these are new faces, and then they don't have to be new people to you. They're just new people that you have not introduced to Arbonne yet. Okay, and so that's why when we begin an Arbonne business and you're getting started, we have you write down 100 name lists, 100 people that you're going to start with, you know, that you're going to take the top 30, 40 people on this list, and you're going to introduce them to Arbonne. You're going to introduce them to the opportunity, introduce them to the products, and you're going to ask them to try the products and ask them to join your team. And then you do this every single month, 30 to 40 people. So how do we get in front of the 30 to 40 people? So our system is we either do it one-on-one, where we're talking to people one-on-one. We're either having a coffee date, going out to lunch with them, going out to dinner with them, or we're sitting next to them at a ball game or at a birthday party where you can actually, you know, where you can share face-to-face with them, you know, the Arbonne opportunity and the Arbonne products. So we either do it by one-on-ones, or we do it by having an Arbonne party or event, whatever you want to call it, where you're hosting it or you're having somebody host it for you. Or you're doing it through social media. Or the last part, which most of our team does this because most everybody on our team came through to our teams through the 30 Days to Healthy Living program. So those are our 4 reach out methods: one-on-ones, parties. They're asking people to do the 30 Days to Healthy Living, and through social media. So you can be very heavy in one area of those, or you can do 2 of those, or you can do all 4 of them. Whatever works best for you and your business, as long as you're sharing Arbonne with 30 to 40 people every month, your business is going to be very successful. All right, so the second reason people are not successful at businesses like these is they don't treat it like a business. If you treat your Arbonne business like a hobby, you're going to make hobby money. If you treat your Arbonne business like a business, then you're going to make an income. And so what do I mean treat it like a business? That means work it consistently. That's not constantly, but that means consistently. Every day you're doing something to move your Arbonne business forward. You're reaching out to 2 to 3 people to ask them to take a look at the opportunity, ask them to try the products. You're making appointments to meet with people one-on-one to share the opportunity, to share the products. You're doing something every day. You're asking, 4 to 5 people every week to join the next 30 days to healthy living. This is what we say when we're saying work your business consistently. That doesn't take all day to do. You can find 15 and 20-minute increments in your day to ask people to do the 30 days to healthy living, ask people to take a look. And if you're asking people to take a look, the first peek you can give them at the business, if you send them a text, and your sponsor will help you with what this text can look like, but you send them a text and you say, hey, I would love for you to take a peek at this business. If I sent you a video, would you watch it? And if they say yes, then you send them an Arbonne opportunity video, okay? So that if you can do that every day, find 10 or 15 minutes, 20 minutes every day to ask people to do the 30 days to healthy living, to ask people to take a look at the opportunity, your business is going to be successful because it's a numbers game. You're going to find people who want to try the product. You're going to find people who want to look at the business, and you're going to find people who want to do the 30 days to healthy living if you're asking enough people. All right. So the other reason that people are not successful at this business is they're not willing to get uncomfortable. And the first opportunity when you first start an Arbonne business to get uncomfortable is launching your business, because you don't exactly know what you have. You don't know exactly what you've jumped into. And so it's a little bit uncomfortable to launch your business. Well, you got to get uncomfortable. I mean, it's just plain as day. If you want to be successful in Arbonne, you're going to have to be uncomfortable. And that's just going to be the first time, because throughout your Arbonne business, you're going to have to get out on that skinny branch and ask people to take a look at the Arbonne opportunity. Asking people to try the products is not uncomfortable. Asking people to take a look at the opportunity, for most of us, is where it gets uncomfortable. But that is where we become duplicatable. When we duplicate ourselves, when we have people join our team, that's when we start to build very successful businesses where they become the plan B, which they become a business income for us and not a hobby income. So again, you have to get uncomfortable. And then the fourth reason that people are generally not successful at this business is that they're not hungry enough. Where what they have, the life that they live is okay, and they're okay with okay. If you want to build a successful Arbonne business, you have to be hungry. Most of us have very busy lives. I mean, I'm looking on here at everybody that's on here, and there is not one person that's on here that I could say, yeah, they have plenty of time in their 24 hours. Everybody has family, has jobs, has their church, and just so many other things that take up their time in their day. If you want to be successful in Arbonne, you have to get a bigger plate. Your plate is full, but you're just going to have to go get a bigger plate, because you're going to need to add in some Arbonne activity to be successful. And we know that when you take time, when you consistently, and not constantly, again, when you consistently take time to build your Arbonne business, your business will grow and you will make a business income because of that. All right, so I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to ask Renee. Renee, you told me that you read this first chapter, so I would like for you to share what part of the first chapter, struck a chord with you, or what would you like to share about it?
Okay, can everybody hear me?
You look good.
Yeah, okay, so there's two things. One was at the very beginning of the chapter when you first reading it, and this is the second time I've read the book, but all of this seems like it's new again. It's amazing. Basically that you're the CEO of your own business, your own company. And, Brenda's not on here, but she would be the first person to tell you that when somebody asks her, so what do you do for a living? And she says, I'm the CEO of my own health and wellness and beauty company. And I think that's a great answer to that question. And that's exactly how this woman starts off this book is, congratulations, you're the CEO of your own business. And so if you treated it like that and answered the question that way, I think it gives you more confidence in your business to repeat that over and over again when people do ask you what you're doing for a living, or what is Arbonne or whatever. And when you're talking to people, that's the first thing they ask you. What do you do for a living? Because I ask people that myself. That's kind of like a icebreaker when you are talking to a stranger. So what do you do? What are you from? Where are you from? What do you do? And that's a great answer. And I am the first person to not actually say that every time. But after reading this book for the second time, I think I will say that a lot more often. So if you're new to this kind of a call, new to Arbonne, start doing that immediately, because I wish I would have done that when I first started. And the other thing in this first chapter that kind of stuck out, there's so many things that stick out, and you mentioned so many of them, Kim, yourself, but near the end of the chapter, it says, you've got to figure out what it is that you really want that you don't already have. And like you had mentioned, a lot of us on this call already have so many things, and it's not something that, if you're not one of those people that's really lacking somewhere in your life and you're wholeheartedly, full force, like needing this business, like from the bottom of the gutter, it's sometimes hard to pick what it is like that you're trying to pick out that it is that you really want to get from this business. And if you can hone in on that early, then lucky for you, and you can really grab it and go with it. And I think it helps your business a lot. And one of the things that she says is if you want something bad enough, whether it's Arbonne or anything, if you want something bad enough in this life, you will make it happen. It is just as simple as that. And there can be 1,000 different examples of this, whether you're a teenager and you want a certain boyfriend, or you are in high school and you need these certain grades to get into college, or you need your Arbonne business because you need to feed your children, or you need a new car. You want your Mercedes because you need it, not because you want it, you just need it. And I think that really fuels the fire. And she gets this whole first chapter started off this way with all this energy of, is the business difficult? No, but it's not simple either. It's like you kind of struggle with it. Like the things that we have to do is easy. You just really are talking to people, but it is difficult at times. So, if you can start off your business by saying, hey, I'm the CEO of my own health, wellness, and beauty company. I help people change their lives, and I love doing it. It's helped me, et cetera, et cetera. And then if you can accompany that with having a really hard reason of why you need Arbonne, then those are the people that are really like skyrocketing. So if you're fortunate enough to, think that way and start off that way, it's awesome. And that's just the first chapter of this book. So keep reading.
Keep reading. That's right. Thanks, Renee. That's great. Hey, Sherry.
Well, ditto to what Renee said. And Kim, I was, my take of the book, of course, was those 4 reasons why people fail that you just went over, which is really huge. And it's a great reminder for me to look back on my team and see, where do they lie? Where are they in those 4 points? And of course, I was in all of those points at one time in my Arbonne business. Of course, I'm still there. I'm, not willing to get uncomfortable every day, every hour, that kind of thing. And I love that she said that you pick up your phone and it feels like it weighs 500 pounds when you go to make that call. And then it's like, sometimes I'm like all ready to do it in the morning, but it's the timing's not right. And then all of a sudden my day gets, my other business, stressful or whatever, something happens, right? You're distracted. And then you're like, oh no, I can't do it. I'm not in the mood. So anyhow, but that not hungry enough probably speaks to me a little bit more. But I can't say that I'm not hungry, but fast forward 5 years, I really have to focus on the not now, but the future. So, it may not be important, like my number one thing, to rise to the top of Arbonne at this particular moment. But I'm like going to be 60 this year, so I better start upping my game. So fast forward to 5 years. I think that's really what I need to do for myself personally. And I don't know, and I'm sorry, I don't have the book because it's back in Colorado. So I actually had to download the book and pay for it, video, audio. And so I can't flip back and forth. So I don't know where all this comes. It's really hard because I'm doing it on my actual phone too. It's not like a Kindle or anything. But so I really liked what she said about when people stop dreaming, or more importantly, in my mind, it's not that I don't stop dreaming because I dream all the time. I love to dream about everything, but more about believing that it can happen. So there's all these goals and things that you want, but you're looking at everyone, and of course you're saying, why can't I do that, right? Why are they any different than I am? But I still, that belief that I can do it, is still is something that's not strong enough. And also the point is, why it can't be your why, cannot be. And she doesn't really care about that. It has to make you cry. That's, a lot of people say it has to make you cry, but she's like, I don't really care about that. But it has to be definitely big enough. And it can't be about just the money, but it has to be about what money will do for you. Not so much, the actual money, but what is it going to do for you? And it also can't be about someone else. You have to be kind of a little bit selfish about it, that it has to be about you. What can this Arbonne business do for you? It will, of course, help other people on the process, but you have to be the one to make that decision that this business is about you. So working on my why is the number one priority right now. So, because I don't think my why is where it needs to be. So that's the big thing that I got out of starting to read this book again. So thank you for, it's a great book, and I'm just thinking about the people on my team that should really read this, because it is really a good book. So everybody that's new, definitely a must read, definitely.
All right, Sherry, thank you so very much. And, this business, it is all about getting out and reaching people and talking to 30 to 40 new people every month. But as much is it about that, it's also what goes on in your head. Because just as Sherry was saying, you have to be clear, crystal clear on what you want, because again, our plates are already so full. And so if you don't know what it is that you want your Arbonne business to accomplish for you, you're not likely to get a bigger plate to find time to work your Arbonne business in your busy life. So spend some time really thinking about what it is that you want out of your Arbonne business. Is it a healthier family? Is it being connected to a network of healthy-minded, empowering, inspiring women? Is it that second stream of income and what it can do and what it can mean for your family? Or is it, do you want to go on mission trips? Is that what you want to do? Because there are so many women in Arbonne who go on mission trips, and you can be connected to them through Arbonne and go on these mission trips to Africa and to Haiti. So what is it that drives you, to get that bigger plate, to add that little bit of time that it's going to take to build an Arbonne business? So get that crystal clear and get this book. Absolutely get this book, because this book just really lays it out crystal clear on what it takes and what you need to do to build your direct sales social networking business, your Arbonne business. All right, so we're going to close out tonight with another idea for income producing activity. Last week we had Anna talk about how she used her old Arbonne catalogs to create activity in her business through some social media and some Facebook asks. And so now this week I've asked Angel to share with us something that she is doing in her Arbonne business to create activity and momentum. So Angel, are you ready to share?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, sorry I hopped on here late, and I'm sorry it's dark, but had to go and escape to the garage because I have the M games going on full loud with all those Willis boys. So hopefully no one will come bother me. I was just really thankful, Kim, that you texted me earlier this afternoon. I was actually at the baseball game for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Go Hogs. We won against Ole Miss, and we're headed to Nebraska, to Omaha, to play in the College World Series. And so, which is kind of an opening to share with you about how I have been staying incredibly busy, and it was right under my nose, y'all, for a year, and I had no clue that I had opportunity right under my nose. So I have 2 athletic boys who are in school, and I want to talk to I'll even address this to you girls who don't have children yet, so just hang with me. I've got one boy in baseball. He goes down to the baseball training facility, and I have one son who's in cross country, and he runs every morning with the cross country team. I have been sending my children with the Fido Sport and making nutritious protein shakes for them every morning. I show up with my Arbonne cup and maybe an Arbonne hat. And so we are walking billboard for our business, for Arbonne. And so we need to be wearing our hats, our shirts, our bags proudly. We always need to have fizz sticks on hand, hydration because it's the summer months, and just be encouraging people, whether it be someone who is playing on a sports team with your child, or maybe your grandchild, or maybe a friend's. Maybe you have a neighbor. Maybe you have no children, but you have a neighbor who has children, or you volunteer at church with the kids who play in sports. Those Meet the Product sheets have been absolute game changers for me in the last 2 weeks. I have had to think outside of the box. And so I always have it on hand with me, either a full Fido Sport line or a little, protein shake, or fizz sticks, always fizz sticks, and Meet the Product sheets. And so you can print those off. You can even make them smaller. And you just put those and you write a little note on the back, like with the fizz, I always say, excuse me, sip 4 ounces first because it will fizz up. And I hope you enjoy, and try to get their number, at least get their name, make that connection. But those Meet the Product sheets and those samples have been unbelievable. I have had so many parents coming up to me. It even brought me a very unique opportunity this morning. I was able to, I stepped out on the skinny branch. I'm part of a group text group with my son's cross country team, and the coach and another parent were going over nutrition. One of the parents said, well, Coach, I'm really excited about the season, but we need some help on nutrition. And Coach is chiming in with all this. Well, I'm trying to secure somebody from SMU. She's a dietitian. She trains so-and-so. And I'm thinking, and then he said, but I don't know how much it's going to cost. And then the mom's chiming in, well, maybe we can get the booster club and yada, yada, yada. And I was sweating bullets. I'm thinking, seriously? Like, you're going to try to get somebody from SMU to come and talk to our kids about healthy nutrition and about fueling their bodies after a run? I mean, that's absurd. What a waste of money. Like, I can do that. But I'm just, y'all, I'm trying to get out of my head. I'm thinking, oh, I didn't go to college. Oh, I'm not as smart as her. Forget it. I'm on a mission. So I saw the opportunity. This phone weighed, I promise you, 500 pounds when I said, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a dietitian, but I am passionate about teaching families about healthy nutrition. And all of a sudden, oh, really? Oh my gosh, that would be great. So this morning at 9 o'clock, I got to go and talk to about 43 athletes about proper nutrition, and they loved it. And of course, I woke up at 4 o'clock overthinking it, and I didn't even use the dadgum notes that I typed up for 2.5 hours. I just started talking from my heart. Y'all, we know what we know. We are in this business because we love nutrition, and we believe in Arbonne, and we believe in what this business can bring for us personally, and what it can bring for those that we love and that we know who could use this, all of the amazing benefits that Arbonne brings. And so why do we overthink it? I overthink it so much, and it has cost me 3 years of being stagnant, of being a district manager, when all I have to do is just open my mouth. And so I just challenge you, when you're scared, just jump out there, because you know what? There are people that need what we have, and we're just sitting on it. And I hate even saying that we're sitting on a gold mine, but y'all, we are sitting on a gold mine. And those of you who went to GTC, my gosh, we are like them, girls. We are just like them. They are no different than us. No different. Forget education. Forget their social status. Forget where they live. Forget how many people they know. They are just like us. They have a heart, and they have a head, and they have arms, and they have legs, and they know what they need, and they just went after it. And so something happened to me, and I'm just like, more people than not want to be asked. They really do. They're wanting a solution. They're wanting to lose weight. They're wanting better skin. They're wanting more friendships, deeper friendships. They're wanting a life outside of the mundane. They're wanting help with their bills. They're wanting to put their kid in baseball lessons that maybe some of us are so fortunate to be able to afford, but they just need to be asked. And so those Meet the Sheep products, and just having samples on hand, go ahead and invest the money, $50, $100, get samples, get you some new ink cartridges, print them out. And I promise you, God's going to put you in front of the right person at the right time, but we just have to do it. And that's all, because I'm a crier, and I'm about ready to get started.
Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Angel, for sharing from your heart. This is what these huddles are all about. It's about inspiring and empowering everybody that's on here live and everybody that will watch the recording. So just imagine, what if you could learn to do this business really well? What if you became inspired and empowered to really get out there and share the Arbonne opportunity and the Arbonne products? How could that not only change your life, but the lives of so many other women, men, and families? What if? And the what if starts with being connected, being plugged in to our Zooms weekly, and then to doing the homework, which is right now, the homework is going to be reading the book, Get Over Your Damn Self, and then getting out there and getting on that skinny branch and asking people to try these products, asking people to take a look at this opportunity. What if? So I want you to get off here tonight, and I want you to dream again. I want you to think, what could this Arbonne opportunity do for me and my family? And is it worth me investing a few minutes every day to move my business forward? And so what is the investment of those few minutes? The investment of those few minutes is reaching out to people to take a look at this business, reaching out to people to try the products, reaching out to people to host a party for you, reaching out to people to meet you one-on-one so that you can share the opportunity or the products with them. Really, can you do that for a few minutes every single day? Can you be consistent in that type of activity throughout the week? Can you get a bigger plate? Can you add that to what you're already doing? Because if you can not only change your life, you can change so many other people's lives. And I say that by looking at all of you guys. Most of you guys I did not know before I started my Arbonne business. And because I said yes, your life has changed and will change and will continue to change. And just think, because you said yes, you can also change so many other people's lives. So we get off here tonight, really dream again. What can this business opportunity do for you? And can you get a bigger plate where you can work this business consistently? Do a little bit every day, a few asks every day. All right, that's it. That's all. Thank you guys so much for getting on tonight. I will see you guys back on here next Monday. We're doing these Monday nights throughout the summer because Sundays tend to be a little bit later for most of us with our family. So Monday nights at 9 p.m. So everyone have a most fabulous week. And if you have any questions or anything, yeah, jump on the Voxer or send me a text and I will get back with you guys. Again, thank you guys so much for being on. Love you all. And thanks, Sherry, Renee, and Angel for sharing tonight. Appreciate you guys for inspiring and empowering all of us on this Zoom tonight. Good night, everyone.
Thanks, Kim. Good
Good
night, everyone.
night. Have fun.
Thank
Enjoy
you.